We're going to do something special today because what we got in the background is good old Factorio. Pins, alerts, cameras, this is actually revolutionary. If you want to see how many legendaries you're making, you'll see the amount of legendaries that you're making for specific items, which is great. I think that's really good. They talk about pins in this chart, and I'll actually show you the little video that they have for this. All right, hello, my name is Mr. Wise Guy, and welcome to Factorio's website. Yes, Factorio's website. Today, Friday Facts, 423 Friday Facts, Research, Information, Tooltip, and Online Players GUI. And GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. But before we get too deep into this, because we also have before we get too deep into this, remember to like and subscribe, and comments are great too. Thank you very much. And let me throw myself over here. I'm gonna make sure that my camera's set. There we go. Perfect. Everything is good. Great. Now this is gonna be a very quality of life intensive Friday Facts, which is good because the Friday Facts itself is pretty short. We only really talk about the research information tooltip. We talk about the pin and alert cameras, which they've also talked about in another FFF, which is over here, Factorio Friday Facts. So when I say FFF, yeah, 3 Fs in a row, Factorio Friday Facts. We also talk, pins, alerts, cameras, this is actually revolutionary, not gonna lie. And then we also talk about the online player GUI, which is online player's graphical user interface. And that's basically it. But we have we're gonna do something special today because what we got in the background is good old Factorio. Yes, resume. Now the reason why this is a very big deal basically is the camera system, right? Now this is normal Factorio. This doesn't have any updates to it. This is 1.0. Everything that we're seeing right here is what's going to come into the game with all the Friday Facts. It's not in the game yet. So the reason why it's a quality of life thing is whenever you click on something, you go to a different location, and now you're in the map view of over here. But now, what if you want to go back, right, to your player of what you were doing before? Well, you hit escape, you go back to your player. But what if you were on the map, right? Yeah, what if you were over here, you were messing with your spiders, right? And then you get a red exclamation point, and something's damaged. You click on it, right? You go over here. Oh, there's some damage, but everything's being fixed, right? Now, what if you want to go back to that same location? You hit escape, you go back to your player, but that's not where you were. Like, you gotta go onto the map, you gotta use the arrow keys, you gotta figure out where you were. Oh, there I am. And then you go back and move your little spider droids again to do all the jobs that you don't want to do because you're not physically there anymore. I'm in the middle of making science, but what this new pin system is. Now, whenever there's an alert, and say that you're over here, you click on the alert, but a nice little pop-up pops up here, and then you have a nice little window of seeing like a map view right here, and you scroll around, you do your thing, you make sure everything's fine, and then you put the window away, and that's it. That's basically, and then you're still here using the spider droids, doing your thing. You're not like in a different location, like you know where you are, and that's good. Back to the actual system itself. So we got the research information tooltip. Basically, it displays graphs and stuff, and this also brings up the whole FF8, the 408 FF8, which is basically they've added graphs for every single item in the game now. So now we have statistics of science. We have accumulator graphs. They've just added tons and tons of graphs. We got science graphs. They just added graphs for everything, even for the quality system. Well, basically, they wanted to make so like if you want to see how many legendaries you're making, you'll see the amount of legendaries that you're making for specific items, which is great. I think that's really good. But basically, they've made it so it's a pop-up window instead of like physically going to another planet and looking what's going on and then going back to what I said in the beginning of this entire thing. And then pin and alert cameras. This is revolutionary. You hover over a pin, which they talk about pins in this chart, and well, I'll actually show you the little video that they have for this. So pins is basically you make a pin, but then when you go into the map view, you type up here, type laser. You made a pin for lasers, so this is where lasers are. Type it out. You go to the location. Well, now what if you want to see batteries? Oh, look at that. You type in battery and that same thing brings you to the location. Then you don't even have to like think about it. But now, whenever you type in the battery thing and you hover over, I think if you hover over this, it'll just show you a camera view, which is great. I think that's next to revolutionary. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Nice little camera view of what we actually need to see. So yeah, and then they basically did the same thing with online players. So if you click on the player thing, you hover over a player, it shows you what the player is doing. Like it gives you a nice little map of the player's doing, and you see how you still got your background where you're still doing your own thing, but you just want to have a quick glance of what the other person is doing, and that's it. But this is a good thing to add. It's good. It's great. What do you guys think? Remember to like and subscribe and comment. It's great too. Thank you very much. And I'm done. This is a cool addition. I like it.